The story begins with Hoon, who has recently started working at the top stock brokerage firm in South Korea. He took the job to get rich quickly and make his parents, who are raspberry farmers, proud. Due to this, his superiors nicknamed him Raspberry. Hoon's extraordinary intelligence allows him to memorize all the stock codes on the South Korean Stock Exchange. At his workplace, the president-director motivates all the employees to beat the stock market and take as much profit as possible. The job of the employees there is to buy or sell shares according to client orders. The more transactions they make, the more profit they will get. Unfortunately, on the first day of work, Hoon did not make any profit. Every now and then, Hoon helps his parents with gardening to supplement their income. Then, he got the bad news about his father being diagnosed with a small tumor in his liver that needed to be removed immediately. Back at work, Hoon finally lands his first client. However, he was confused about whether to buy or sell his shares because the information provided was not clear. And finally, after he saw the stock exchange back then, he decided to buy it. But it turned out that the decision he made was wrong, and his client was immediately angry and asked him to return the money again. As a result, his boss got angry and cut off all of Hoon's team bonuses. After 10 months of work, Hoon is still not a successful stockbroker. He feels like a burden to his team and gets very drunk when he hangs out with his team. One of his friends, named Hoon, asked him to take a break to feel the massage to release his thoughts. But in the middle of the conversation, Hoon offers him to follow the illegal practice of using the stock market to make big and quick profits. If Hoon wants to join, there will be someone who will guide him like Hoon experienced. In his first stunt, Hoon earned $800,000. This of course made Hoon very tempted. In the next day, Hoon immediately meets someone named Ticket, who will help him in this illegal job. Without further ado, Ticket gave Hoon directions for his first job. Hoon was given a fake client and a special phone to follow Ticket's instructions. His first transaction was worth $50 million, and he would receive a profit of $500,000 minus 250 times his current salary. The only condition was that Hoon had to keep this job a secret. Back at the office, Hoon surprised his boss by landing a client ready to make a $50 million deal. With Ticket's help, Hoon successfully completed his first mission. However, the watchdog noticed this unusual transaction. The director took Hoon's cell phone to confirm that the transaction was indeed a client request. After hours, Hoon managed to get $50,000 from his workplace. His success caught the attention of his colleagues, including one of the beautiful women at work. Following Ticket's advice, Hoon opened an overseas account to keep a low profile. Hoon used his profits to buy an apartment and cover his father's surgery costs. He also treated his girlfriend to a special meal at a famous restaurant. While in the restroom, Hoon received a warning from the financial supervisor named Han, often nicknamed the hunting dog. In discussing the threat, it seemed that Ticket had planned everything carefully. It turns out that the fake client he registered was a tramp, so Han would lose track of him. There's no evidence that Hoon did anything wrong. Moreover, Han only threatened him in the toilet, not stormed his office. After some time, the beautiful woman in his office started to approach Hoon because of his success. Hoon couldn't focus because there was a beautiful scene in front of his eyes. In fact, Hoon got the woman's private number to take her out for a walk. Back at his job, Ticket has given him a new mission to work on. He got a new client that was previously held by his friend. The total transaction was fantastic, worth $700 million, and Hoon will get a profit of $1.2 million from the transaction. Hoon, who used to take him in this illegal job, begins to hate him for his success. Instantly, Hoon became a very rich person. Not long after, and returned to hunt for Hoon. He even asked about Tickets, then and showed him the suspicious photo evidence. After that, Hoon met up with Ticket again. Ticket asks him to stay calm and confident. He also invites Hoon on vacation to the Bahamas to refresh as well as see his savings, which are already worth $1.4 million. When he returned from vacation, it turned out that the prosecutor's office had raided his company. Later, Hoon was summoned and interrogated by the authorities. However, since there was no concrete evidence of his crime, Hoon could breathe a sigh of relief. Meanwhile, a rumor about an extramarital affair caused the director to transfer all of Hoon's clients to Hoon. Eventually, Hoon left the company and blamed Hoon for the incident. Additionally, there were rumors that a beautiful woman at his company was sleeping with the investment manager to profit from him. Hearing this, Hoon felt confident enough to approach her. However, this led to his loyal girlfriend kicking him out. Despite this, Hoon ended up getting involved with the beautiful woman from his office. The next day, the surveillance officers interrogated Hoon again. They informed him that a man who had just committed suicide had called Hoon's cell phone a few hours before his death. Gu teamed up with Hoon to catch Ticket and hand him over to the authorities. The next day, Hoon wants to meet Gu at his office, but since he hasn't made an appointment, Hoon can't meet him. And suddenly, Gu fell dead from the top of the building. Later, Ticket sent someone to send a threatening message against Hoon. After that, his best friend warns Hoon to be careful, considering that there is Hoon who is always after him, and there are women who just want to take advantage of him. Not long after, Hoon and Ticket meet again at a station to discuss a new job related to vacant sales. This illegal act can bring down a bankrupt company. However, this time Hoon tried to deny it and said that Ticket money must be very big. But apparently, Ticket does this not for money, but for a hobby. For this work, Hoon will get a reward of $5 million. Hearing that, Hoon of course agreed and would return to action. Meanwhile, and begins to approach a beautiful woman who is close to Hoon to uncover Hoon's illegal work. Hoon manages to threaten her with her scandalous affair with several investment managers. When Hoon starts his stunts at work, this beautiful woman secretly copies all files related to Hoon's clients. Just then, there was tension in the director's room as everyone was worried about Hoon's dealings. However, the director who saw the advantages of this transaction asked Hoon to continue. While bad luck before his June, he becomes Ticket's next assassination target. Outside the building, it turns out that Hoon and his team are ready to trap Hoon. When Hoon realized it, Hoon immediately ran away and was hit by a motorbike. After that, Hoon contacted Ticket and they met at the hospital where Hoon was being treated. There, Hoon's condition was seen, which was very severe due to being hit by a truck. As it turned out, this was a threat to Hoon. If he leaked everything to Hoon, then his fate would be like Hoon. Shortly thereafter, Hoon officially conducts the raid and takes Hoon in for questioning, and also has proof of all of Hoon's transactions on a flash drive. Later, and forced him to make a deal and handed over the Ticket. After that, Ticket told Hoon to do the last $30 million job. Then, Hoon plans to buy all of Hoon's shares according to Ticket's wishes, but then Hoon sold it back when the market was about to close. It was then that Hoon bought all of Hoon's shares using his personal money. He did this to trick the inspection supervisor. Ticket, realizing that Hoon has been playing around, sends a hitman to kill Hoon. But because there were many officers there, Hoon managed to survive. At the end of the movie, Hoon returns to meet Ticket at a station. But now things are different. Ticket is furious that Hoon betrayed him. Apparently, Hoon had made a deal with Hoon to capture Ticket. However, their plan was discovered when Ticket found a voice recorder hidden under Hoon's shirt. This meant they failed to gather any evidence against Ticket, and they couldn't set up an ambush. Suddenly, out of nowhere, an assassin sent by Ticket appeared and stabbed Hoon with a knife. The prosecutors quickly caught the killer. Meanwhile, Han tried to stop Ticket from getting on a train. Since Hoon didn't have any immediate evidence, Ticket felt confident he could avoid charges. But it turned out Hoon had been secretly recording all his conversations with Ticket over the 2 years they worked together. Hoon handed this over as evidence to Han, giving him the legal grounds to arrest Ticket. Moments later, as the train passengers were getting off and there was a crowd, Hoon managed to escape by boarding a departing train. The movie ends with Hoon gaining his freedom.